morning, Bob here. Just having my blueberry, oats, and kefir breakfast. I want to welcome you to a gentle oblique workout for seniors. I'm trying to keep my back and my core as strong as possible to avoid back pain. Your oblique muscles are at the front of your body on either side of your six-pack, your rectus abdominis. And they're on a diagonal. There's a set there and a set there. And you have the external ones and the internal ones underneath, but they're close to the surface. Okay? And their job is to help you bend or flex your spine or extend your spine. Or maybe you'd like to bend sideways, a lateral crunch, or you might even want to rotate your whole torso and turn or twist. That's what the obliques are for, and we need to keep them strong. I'm going to warm up with 3 gentle oblique exercises. And I'd like you to start by sitting in a chair in your best posture possible. Now to do that, you might want to sit out to the edge of the chair a little bit so you don't rest on the back. And you want to make sure your knees are over top of your feet and your feet are flat on the floor and your hips are forward. Keep your head in neutral. Pretend you've got a big Swiss ball in front of you. One hand on the bottom of it and one hand on the top. And then just lean to the side. Remember, oblique muscles are all about bending. And hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then slowly straighten up and switch. When you're ready, best posture, lean to the side. As far as you can go without any pain. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the ball bend. Now we're going to do the chair twist. So I'm going to turn to the left first. It doesn't matter if you turn to the left or the right. I'm not moving anything except my upper body. I'm going to twist, grab the chair, maybe down here and maybe at the back as far as I can go and take my head with my torso. And count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then slowly let go and come back to neutral. And when you're ready, check your posture. Turn the other way, maybe grab the chair down here in the back. No pain though. It might be uncomfortable, but no pain. Back off the pain. 2, 1, let go, and back to neutral. Then the last one is a bridge to a fold. So again, I don't move anything in my lower body. Just take my arms straight out, palms down, and then follow my hands with my head. You might only get to here, but maybe you can go a little bit further. Push that butt into the chair and keep those feet on the floor. 2, 1, and then slowly come forward. Follow your hands with your head and come all the way down, touch your toes. Maybe with your fingers, maybe with your knuckles, maybe with your palms. And then go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly sit back up into neutral. Doing the same exercises. This is part of the warm-up, but in a standing position. So make sure you're in your best posture possible. And then grab a hold of that Swiss ball. It's about this big. And then when you're ready, your hips go one way. Your head and your Swiss ball goes on a little bit of a side bend. 3, 2, 1. So I guess my hips go that way and the ball kind of goes that way, but my head goes that way for sure. That's about as far as I can go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Neutral. Good. Now I'm going to take my hands straight out in front, palms down. Do a little mini squat, not very much. And then I'm going to the left. Keep your arms parallel to the ground. And twist and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back. And the other way when you're ready. Posture, posture. Little mini squat. Palms down. Arms parallel to the floor. 1. And then we finish it off with that bridge to a fold. So here we go with the arms up. Follow your hands with your head. I'm going to go a little bit, my hips are coming forward a little bit further. Hold it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down slowly. Keep your eyes on those hands. And see if you can touch the floor with your fingers, maybe your knuckles, maybe your palms. Nope, not this time. But keep those legs straight. Don't bend. And slowly come back up into neutral. That's your oblique warm-up. Exercise number 1 is a side squat crunch. I'm going to make sure my feet are shoulder width apart, toes pointing straight ahead. I'm in my best posture possible. My hands are on my hips. I can even feel my obliques with my fingers if I want. They're right there, remember? Anyway, hands on your hips. I'm going to do a little tiny squat, which means I just lower my hips a little bit. And then I'm going to go to one side or the other very slowly, take my upper body and bend to the side. As I crunch my obliques here, I work them on this side because my body is trying to keep me upright. So these obliques are pulling me so that I don't fall over. Let's try the other side. A side crunch. How long do I hold it? 5 seconds. Slowly straighten up. Everything is done slowly so we can be mindful of what our movement is all about. If you want to hold it for 3 seconds, before you switch sides, that's fine. 5 seconds, 10 seconds. How many reps do you do? As many as you have time for. It's a gentle movement. The only trouble you might have would be maintaining this little mini squat. If you have trouble with that, stand up and then do it without the squat. 3, 2, 1. And best posture, the other side. The wood chopper can be done a number of different ways with a number of different types of equipment. No, you don't need to have any wood, but today I'm going to just up the ante a little bit, make it a little bit more difficult for me by using one of my 2-pound weights as my wood. I'm going to put the wood down there, but on an upright position next to my body. My feet are shoulder width apart. I'm using my best posture possible. And to do the wood chopper, I'm going to incorporate a little mini squat, a little bit of a twist with a reach down, back to neutral, and then a little bit of a bigger twist to the other side, raising the wood above my shoulder to activate both oblique muscle sets on both sides of my body. So here I go. I do a little mini squat. I twist a little bit. I reach for the wood. I bring it back into neutral. And then I pivot on my one toe here and reach up, turn, and raise the wood above my shoulder on that side. Back to neutral. twist and place it down, and come back and I'm done. So I'm going to try it again. I'm going to do a little mini squat, which means I bend my legs at the knees, and then I lower my body down to reach the wood on the one side, bring it across my body, do a little pivot with my toe there, and raise the wood as I look up above the shoulder. And then back I go, mini squat, place it, and I'm done. I should do a number of those on one side, and then I should repeat on the other side. Let's try it on the other side, see if it feels any different. If this is way too hard for you, using a piece of wood / some kind of a weight, just pretend you've got one down there. So remember, I'm going to lower my body down into a mini squat, twist to the one side enough to reach the weight, bring it back to neutral, and as I reach above my shoulder with the wood, I do a little toe pivot there, and briefly hold it there, and then come back. There goes the heel down, a little bit of twist, put it down, back up. One more time, mini squat, twist to the one side, get the wood, back to neutral, bring it above the shoulder on the other side, raising up that heel, and do a pivot. Come back. And I like to do all my exercises very slowly, thinking about what muscle groups I'm using. I'm down on the mat for this mountain climber plank. Planks have been used in exercise classes forever, for as long as I can remember, and I've been around for 76 years. That's how popular the plank is. The plank is a core stabilizer, great, the ultimate exercise. You've got a lot of muscles in your abdomen and in your back area that are there to stabilize you. Some of them are closer to the surface, some of them are layered, and some of them are right next to your spine, and some of them travel from your tailbone all the way to your neck. All stabilizers. And the obliques are just a family of a couple, but they work in conjunction with all the other ones. Let's just try the basic plank first to work these obliques. So we're going to get down in a table position on our hands and knees. We're going to try to keep our hands below our shoulders. And then we're going to take our feet back, that means straighten them out, and get our knees off of the floor. Now, if that's way too hard for you, you can put your knees down. You're still in a plank if you keep your back flat from your neck down to your bum. But I think today I'm going to try to get this mountain climber. I've got to get my my knees off the floor. Here I am in the plank. Now, if you just want to hold it here and take some deep breaths, incorporating that diaphragm, that's great. Maybe 3 breaths. And then put your knees down, have a little rest. Or you can go right into the mountain climber, which means you're on one foot, one toe, and bring the knee in as far as you can. Now, since I've had knee surgery on that side, it doesn't come in very far. But this side I can get into here, the legs off the ground, and I go back. This one only a little bit. This one can come in further. A little bit and further. And that's the plank with the mountain climber. Knees come down, still a plank. One leg straight out, still a plank. Other leg straight out, touching with your toe, still a plank. The bird dog, still a plank. But the mountain climber requires you to get up here and either stay here for part 1 or bring the knee in, put it back, other knee in, put it back, and then you've mastered the mountain climber plank. They call the next exercise the suitcase carry. Some people call it the gym bag carry. Some people call it the grocery bag carry. Some people just call it the carry. Some people use weights to represent those other things in real life that you carry around. So today I'm just going to use my 2-pound weights, but because it's, relatively working my obliques on this side. They're pulling so that they're compromising this weight on the other side of my body. Here I go. Oh, the suitcase carry. If you ever go to a gym anywhere and you see people carrying weights around as they walk around the space, that's what they're working, the obliques. I want to finish the workout with a stretch. Remember, to stretch your obliques, you have to rotate your torso or twist, and you have to bend or crunch or extend. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to stand with our feet shoulder width apart in our best posture possible. We're going to slowly do a little bit of a squat as we raise our arms out in front so that they're parallel to the ground. And then we're going to turn, let's say, to the left. Doesn't have to be. It could be the right because we have to do both sides. And we'll turn as far as we can without any pain. And then when we get there, we're going to push our hip that's at the front up. So we're on a little bit of a tilt. And we're going to hold this for, let's just say 10 seconds. Then we'll untilt ourselves and slowly bring the arms back. Lower them and stand up straight. Let's try the other side. So we do a little tiny bit of a lower the hips into a squat as we raise our arms out straight parallel to the floor. Slowly do our rotation, torso rotation. No pain, remember, if there's pain, back up. When you get there, lift that hip that's at the front a little bit so you have a little bit of a tilt or a bend going on back at the back. Hold it for 10 seconds. Straighten up and bring the arms back to the front. Lower the arms, straighten the legs. Now here's the deal. If you really want to work the obliques into a great stretch because you've worked so hard with the exercises, you got to hold it longer than 10 seconds. Work up to 20 or 30 or a minute or 2 minutes. But the longer you hold the stretch, the more benefit you'll get. Thanks for coming. Don't forget to subscribe, share, hit the bell, and comment.